What's up? How's it going, everybody? I'm A-Game, and this is my Dodge Durango. All right, yo, before I get started, I gotta thank all of my new subscribers. I just hit 900 and I couldn't be more grateful of you all, man. I greatly appreciate it. We almost at that 1,000 subscriber mark, almost there. I'm gonna try to pump out some more videos and bring y'all good content, but today I'm just doing a quick run through, man. It's been 2 years and 27,000 miles later, and here we are. I've done a heap of mods to this thing, inside, engine bay, outside, I mean all that good jazz. And today we finna do a run through of all of it, man, because I constantly got people that's commenting like what I got under the hood, what tune I have, what headers I have, and we just gonna give it a quick run through because it might be some people that have skipped through my videos, or it might be new subscribers that ain't checked out the past one. So we just finna hit it all in one and we finna go from there. So I want to touch on the outside, but this thing is dirty, dog. I don't want to get too close to it because then y'all gonna see exactly how filthy it is. But I mean, just look at it. It is a beast right here. Let me start off by saying this did come with the black racing stripes. Those came on the vehicle. I was not a fan of them, I'm not gonna lie to you, because they seem fairly skinny, especially for how big this SUV is. I would like to call it a truck. People argue me up and down, it's not a truck, it's an SUV. So the first thing I did, I think I put the red pinstripes beside it, which make it look a little wider now. Like, it looks a whole lot better with the pinstripes. I can't even imagine how it would look without the stripes now. And speaking of how massive it is, when I got it, I'm sure anybody with a 2018 will agree to this, unless you have the 392. Even with the 392, if you just look at the side of this thing, stock, it looks vanilla as hell. Like, it's completely dull on the side because it didn't have any badges. I mean, the 392 has the 392 badge, but as small as it was, it really didn't contribute to the look. So I had to put the 345 Hemi badges on. Yeah. I had to put those badges on there to contribute to the look. And of course, the tire letters was just something I wanted to do. I mean, it's just a nice little flair. And the red brake calipers. These things look real nice. And they say RT on them. I forgot where I got them from. I think I got them from Amazon. But yeah, rundown of the outside, that's it. The red pinstripes, the badge, tire letters, and the brake calipers. Nothing too major, man. Not to the outside. But I'm done with the outside now. I think the only thing I might do now, I might put a front splitter on there. Might put 392 wheels on, but that's it. I'm done with the outside. So let's go to the inside. Starting with the engine bay. Starting with the engine bay, I'm gonna work my way from the intake, of course, back through the exhaust, you know what I'm saying? Let me pop this hood for y'all real quick. Whoo, the engine bay dirty too, Jesus. All right, starting with the most obvious, this Momentum GT AFE air intake. Now, I have had some people ask me why did I go with this specifically, which the only real reason why I went with this is because of this right here, the casing on top of it, because I was worried about anything getting through this vent and getting into that filter if I would have got anything else without a cover on it, which K&N was my first choice, because K&N is a well-known brand and they're very trusted. I knew nothing about AFE power materials, but I took a chance, pretty much a shot in the dark, and man, I like it. Like, it really contributes to the sound and it looks nice under here, and I'm extra protected, and it's just, I don't think I went wrong with this. I think there's a solid investment right here. It does have a dry filter on the inside, obviously, because I mean, nothing really getting in it, and I mean, it's pretty secure. The only problem I say I'm having with this right now, which I didn't have this problem until after I put the headers on, is if I sit still for too long, my intake temp goes up. So I gotta find something to work with that. But the next obvious thing is my BBK, hold on, it's upside down actually. There you go, my BBK 85mm throttle body. Now, with that, listen, if you're not compounding this with any other mods, if you just want to throw on an extra throttle body for the hell of it, don't waste your money. I mean, it's really not going to contribute to much. I'm not going to lie to you. And then it's expensive as hell for the little bit of increase it adds. It's $500 for this. For this right here, it's $500. If you're not going to partner this with an intake and headers and an exhaust, because the more air you have flowing in, you need air flowing out. So if you're not going to partner this with anything else, I would highly recommend you skip it and just come back to it. Like, don't waste your money with it. But I mean, it contributes to my power because I actually do have all of those mods. Which takes me to the next thing, my American Racing headers, which I don't know if y'all can see them down there. Yeah, you see the long tubes down there. I will stick my hand down there, but it's hot as hell. But yeah, I went with American Racing 1 3/4 headers. Now, why did I go with American Racing? Because when I was looking at Cooks, when all this COVID crap jumped off, Cooks was way on back order, and I wasn't going to get them for months. So I was like, gosh, damn, let me look at some more brands. And I found American Racing headers for, I think there was about $1,700. They were a biatch to put on, especially by myself. Not by myself, but as a DIY, these things gave me a headache. Highly recommend you hire somebody to do it for you. But if you're with the grit and you're a go-getter and you just want to save, what, $700-800 on installation, you can do them yourself. It's not impossible. I did it. And I am not car savvy by any means other than to put on a throttle body and an intake. That was my first time putting on American Racing headers. That was my first time putting on headers, period. And I did it. And I'm not disappointed with it. I went with the 1 3/4 because I did a lot of reading, and they said for 5.7s who are not cammed or forced induction, it's better to go with the smaller size because the larger size brings in more air, which could actually, well, expels more air, which could actually hurt your power output, if that makes sense. If I'm telling y'all wrong, correct me by any means, bash me in the comments. But that's just what I read. Too much air can actually hurt, going in and coming out, which is why I played it safe and I went with the 1 3/4. And I did get catted mids only because of the sound. Like I didn't want, I'm not gonna call it loud and obnoxious, but I didn't want to be that person in my neighborhood that wakes everybody up at 5:30 in the morning, because I actually do care about that. But I have catted mids, 1.75" American Racing headers, which leads to my next modification. If y'all would have watched the video on my cheapo mod, I deleted the suitcase in the middle and I put in an X pipe. Now, that was me being cheap, like I said. I did that to get a little bit more sound out of it because, let's be real, the mid muffler delete by itself is garbage. I will debate that all day long. Absolute garbage. It sounds horrible. It's real clappy. I don't recommend anybody just doing the suitcase delete and straight piping it back. No, if you do anything, delete the resonators. That'll give you a way more aggressive sound. Hopefully soon I can get me a catback exhaust and get rid of all of that. But I have the X pipe. I think it's called like a Jones X pipe. I don't know. I got it off Amazon for like $20. But after that, I still have factory 2.5" piping all the way back to my axleback exhaust, which is my Gibsons, which those are also 2.5" piping. Now, the Gibsons by themselves has a really good sound on idle. Like, it's a real low rumble. But when you hit it, it's really, really quiet. Don't knock them at all. It's a great product. I mean, they sound good, but after a while, you just can't hear them. And this is a Hemi. I'm always smashing the pedal. I want to be able to hear what I'm doing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with a V8 wants that rumble coming out the back. That's just a given. But partnered with the X pipe, it actually sounds pretty damn good. Let me close the hood and I give y'all a startup, which this is a warm start right here because I had to drive over to this location, but they sound pretty damn good. It's great. Piece this together. Oh my goodness, this thing is dirty. I almost forgot to mention I think it was actually the second thing I did to this truck was I tuned it. Yeah, after the intake, I tuned this truck. I had to buy a new PCM and I bought the Diablo Trinity T2 tuner. And I hit up Jay Greene for a tune. And he has been revising my tune with every mod I make. Which, I mean, that's a great company, man. I know it's not just one dude doing it. I don't think it's one dude. I don't know. Anyway, I have a Jay Greene tune on here, which is amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. But that is it for all the mods, man. Intake, throttle body, long tube headers, catted mids, X pipe, axleback exhaust, and a tune. That's the whole rundown right there. All right, so now that I gave y'all the mods, I'm gonna give y'all the times that I run. I have increased a lot throughout these mods, man. This truck runs, what, a 0 to 60 in 6.2 or 6.4 seconds, and a 14.5 quarter mile. Yeah, these mods that I've done have brought me to a 5.2 0 to 60 and a 13.2 quarter mile time. That's awesome. Y'all seen me run the dyno, but for those of you who didn't see it, my numbers for this truck, I'm at the wheel now 360. I know some people might be confused. Like, it comes from the factory 360. No, this at the crank to the wheel for this big ass SUV. It might give you 290 to 300 horsepower to the wheel. And this is rear wheel horsepower, so I don't have all-wheel drive and I don't lose power in the drivetrain. So to the rear wheels, it comes stock maybe 290 or 300. I wish I would have dynoed the stock so I can give you an exact number. But now to the wheel, I'm pushing 360 with 372 foot-pound of torque. Now, I have goals to get to 400, which is why I have got more mods on the way for this truck. Of course, like I said before, I'm working on getting the catback exhaust to free up my airflow. I want 3-inch piping all the way back, and I want to get a new intake manifold. Not really yet decided on whether it's a 392, whether it's a 392 manifold or an aftermarket manifold like the Edelbrock's or the who else make intake manifolds? Yeah, I just had it and it left me just that fast. That's embarrassing. Anyway, after the intake manifold, I want to cam it. If I don't decide to cam it, I think my ultimate and final goal would be the supercharger, whether it be a Hellcat blower or a Magnuson or Whipple. I'm more leaning towards the Whipple or the Hellcat blower, but we'll see when we get there, man. I have a lot of plans for this truck, a lot, man, and I pray that y'all keep rocking with me and watch what I do here. I'm trying to hit 500 to the wheel, hopefully 400 this year. As of 2021, I'm claiming 400 horsepower to the wheel in a 5.7, a 2018 Dodge Durango RT. I'm claiming 400 wheel horsepower this year. Hopefully within the next 2 years, I can supercharge it. But y'all keep rocking with me, man. And those of you who haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Come watch this build. I mean, look at it. This thing is bad. It's just bad. That front end cannot be beat. I'm not completely sure if I agree with the new front ends, but that one can't be beat. Nuh-uh. Can't beat that. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button. If you like the video, like the video. Click the thumbs up. And if you want to comment and tell me something that I didn't know about this truck or something that I got wrong, I don't care, man. I love when y'all comment. That just means y'all watched enough of it to want to voice your opinion, which is cool to me. I welcome all comments. Good, bad, in between. If you neutral on the subject, I mean, just let me know. I love comments. I try to respond back to everybody. Make sure y'all also follow my Instagram. It's the same as the name on the page, A-Game the Official. If you got a Durango, come on, it ought to be a given. Hit that subscribe button, baby. Come follow me. What are you waiting on? But I thank y'all for watching, man. I pray that y'all watch this all the way through, and I pray that I can provide a lot of information that is well needed. Or maybe you just like to hear me talk and see me smile. Either way it go, I'm happy with it. A-Game the Official, baby. We out.